1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a cup of chocolate chips. Mix it all together. Divide into 12 and place on a prepared baking sheet at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. Boom.
Trust me when I say this is how you make a high-level steak. What better way to celebrate 1 million followers by showing you how I cook the best filet mignon ever? Now let's go! Temper 30 minutes and lightly cover in oil. Rosemary salt! If you know, you know. Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. Finely ground. Now roll the edge. Bring your pan up to medium-high heat. Little avocado oil and sear. Flip after about a minute. Stick with me. By the end of this video, you're gonna understand the technique. Now rest 2 minutes. Drop the heat of the pan to low and add 5 tablespoons of butter. When the butter's starting to foam, put the steak back. Constantly baste. Every 30 seconds, turn the meat. Keep basting. When it hits about 90 internal, rest 5 minutes. Drop some crushed garlic in your butter. Heat back on, steak back in, and continue to baste. Drop in some thyme. When it hits 125 internal, blast the heat and baste for 1 minute. Now, one final 6-minute rest. Before we do the reveal, if you're getting value from this, please remember to like the post. And if you want to become a god in the kitchen, just hit that follow button. Woo! Oh my lord. You know I love you, Anima!
I think we can all agree that the ratatouille from Ratatouille looks so delicious, and this scene literally gives me chills every time. Like, how could you not want to try it? So I was like, I'm gonna make it. So I started off by dicing up some carrots, celery, and onion the day before so things could just go a little quicker. And the next day I began by roasting some bell peppers and a jalapeno to get a smoky flavor. Then I let the steam peel the skin and chop them up. And for the sauce, I sauteed the mirepoix, added in the garlic, peppers, crushed tomatoes, herbs, salt and pepper, and some fresh thyme. And I let that simmer while I sliced up the vegetables with a mandolin. It really makes everything easier, but if you're ever using one, be super careful. I literally sliced a layer of skin off my finger with this thing before. It's not pretty, but I arranged the vegetables in a nice pattern, drizzled this garlic and thyme mixture on the top, and salt and pepper, then baked it really low and slow at 250 degrees, and after like 3 hours it was done. And then I plated it so that it looks just like the movie with a little chive on the top. But to make it a more filling meal, I served it with some rice, and it was so delicious.
McDonald's McNuggets. Start with that chicken breast. Go ahead and cut it up into little cubes, and we're gonna blend it in batches, and we're gonna pulse it. You could use a grinder if you have one, but I don't have one. I'm guessing a lot of you don't have one. You could use a blender, works just as good. Season the meat with a bunch of salt and pepper, and then the key to shaping your nuggets is to keep your hands wet so it doesn't stick to you. So you feel me? We made a few McDonald's shapes, and we went off with some dinosaurs, made a country, and look at that. I don't know what that is. Throw it into the freezer for like 2 hours. For the dry mix, we're going to go flour, cornstarch, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, mix it up. For the wet batter, we're going to go eggs, half a cup of water, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and whip that up. Then once your nuggets are hard, we're going to go dry, wet, and then leave on there. And then once you do that, you're going to heat up some oil. Once it bubbles around the stick, the wood, the chopstick, throw them into the oil. Make sure they don't stick to each other. Fry them for about 2 minutes each side. Take them out, and you got chicken McNuggets.
For wimps, you can do better. We're making a potato galette. It's French. Peel 1 large potato. Cheesecloth. Grate. Twist and wring. Wring out the excess moisture. Heat 8-inch skillet, medium-low heat. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons canola oil, peanut oil, or leftover bacon fat. Add half of the potato. Freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. Remaining potato on top. Salt. Cook 5 to 6 minutes until golden on the bottom. Turn up the heat to medium to make sure it's nice and golden. 1 to 2 minutes. See how it's nicely golden around the edges? It's time to flip. Flip. Add a little more oil so it doesn't burn. Cook medium-low heat 5 to 6 more minutes. Salt, pepper, parsley, Parmigiano Reggiano, dill. Oh yeah.